MV Sportsnet and Grant Flood from Flood's Sports Zone. And today, welcome to Season 2, Episode 6 of the Powerskateshow podcast series. And today, we have our first Season 2 special guest. We have Shawn Gilman. Shawn, how's it going today?
It's going great today.
Thanks for coming out today. And before we start the podcast, I can't even speak today. I ask you guys to please hit the like button. That man greatly appreciates a lot to me and Grant. As always, that's going to make us do more podcast videos in the near future. I think that we need to start the first topic. I think the moment that we have been starting this podcast like today, please welcome the reverse retro jerseys of all 31 teams.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start the Atlantic Division. First off, the Boston Bruins. All right, Grant, W or L?
This is a W. Like I mentioned when these jerseys were actually revealed last week, I liked them. You know, they were a very good, mixture of retro jersey, but at the same time, dedicating from the 90s to the early 2000s is what I'm trying to say. Like, this has, like, the final years of Ray Bourque, early years of Patrice Bergeron, kind of stuff like that. Overall, it's that type of era of Bruins hockey where it was the early 2000s, and, that's where a lot of pieces came together for that 2011 Cup team, I think. A lot of other cool stuff. So I would definitely say W here brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah. Shawn, W or L?
I think this is a dub for some of the same reasons, and it kind of had the early years of Joe Thornton with it as well,
yeah.
Until he went to San Jose.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a W because, like what you said, Shawn, that early years of Joe Thornton and, like you said, Grant, about Ray Bourque's his last 5 seasons with the Bruins and tried to Colorado. Yeah, gotta give this a W for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to look nice. I think they're going to get rid of the black jerseys with the golden V, which I kind of like those jerseys. That would kind of stink if they got rid of those. But these aren't terrible replacements, so I guess I wouldn't really complain about that.
Next team, massive W. We got the goat head back. I told you guys they brought the goat head back. All right, Grant, W or L?
Well, they should have made it. It's a W without a question. But again, why didn't we get the actual buffalo head? I mean, hey, listen, I'm not going to complain with the sabers, swords and stuff. I'm certainly not against that at all. But I honestly felt like just make it your primary logo for this retro reverse jersey. I know they have it on the right side of the jersey, but at the same time, I felt like if you actually made the buffalo head the actual, main logo on the jersey, I felt like people would have even liked it even more. But overall, very good. Looks like their Winter Classic jersey from a couple years ago, which looked pretty good as well. So definitely no complaints from me. Definitely a W.
Shawn, W or L?
I think this is a W. It definitely represents how the Sabres are rising up after signing Taylor Hall. Don't know if they're going to extend them or not.
Yeah.
Because they can build around Hall now.
All right, I think we can go on to the next team. Massive L. It looks like a practice jersey.
It does. I was about to say that. The Red Wings could have gone full Winter Classic or Heritage Classic jersey mode, and they just made it look like an above-average away jersey, in my opinion. This is an L, and it does look like a practice squad jersey for the most part. Not practice jersey for the most part. So, and I don't know. I think it's going to be my first L here again. That they could have went back like to the 2014, 2009, 2015. One of their outdoor games, and they could have based it off something like that. This is a pretty big disappointment.
Actually, that's their centennial jerseys when they
Oh,
play
yeah,
against.
Centennial, right.
Yeah. Shawn, I guess you're gonna say L, right?
Yeah, I would say this one's an L. There's just way too much white. I think the Red Wings could have done better here at least.
Yeah.
Add a little more red.
Yeah, because that's why the team is called the Red Wings, not the Gray Wings or the. All right, let's just move on.
That's you're making good points.
Yeah, let's just move on. I guess Isaac is enjoying this.
Yes, he is. They brought the Screaming Panther back. This is definitely a W in my books.
Yeah. Yeah, Shawn, W or L?
Yeah, I would give this a W.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this a W because it's like that they have the 2011 home jerseys before they went on full red. So it's good to have blue and the Panthers definitely look good on blue for sure. So I'm gonna give this a W for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely giving old Panthers fans the original Roberto Luongo days. Of course, not with the step back when he was traded back in 2014 or 2015 or whatever. This is the actual, when they made the Stanley Cup in 96 type of jerseys right here. I thought that was cool. The Panthers, they didn't have much jerseys to choose from, but overall, I think they hit a home run on their selection.
Yeah. Okay, Montreal. For the first time in your franchise history, you're finally wearing a blue jersey. But
I'll give this a W.
It's a W, but actually Montreal has worn blue before, but it was ugly. Blue, red.
I like those. You're referring to the 09 alternates. Those are good. God. Get out of here. Those are good.
Well, I'm going to say this is a W.
Yeah, no, I think this is a W as well. Very nice job. I like that, honestly. And this is why I kind of predicted it would be, the blue with the regular red and white stripes through the middle. Yeah, overall, this looks pretty good. I definitely think they could have used this as a Winter Classic jersey instead, but I'm glad they didn't, and they kept it as their retro alternate. So, yeah, pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. I guess Ottawa. Yes.
I'd give this one a W.
Yeah. Because they're bringing. Yeah, I'm going to say this a W for one reason. That logo that they're wearing is their home and away jersey. So I guess they have 3 reverse retro jerseys: the home, the away, and the alternate, which is that.
Oh, yeah, true, because they switched the logo. Yeah, you did make a good point there. I think this is a W as well. I mean, it's going to certainly, I think it's going to stand out, and I honestly think this is better than the all black, if you want my personal opinion. I think it goes back to when the Senators had their main red jerseys back, in the mid-2010s, in the end of the Daniel Alfredsson and Andrew Hammond era. Dare I say his name, right? That's nostalgia itself.
Nostalgia, yeah.
Yeah, that's nostalgia right there. But, yeah, I think overall, well done on the jerseys. Definitely no complaints from me. Definitely is giving good vibes from the old Senators days.
Yeah. Tampa Bay. Defending Stanley Cup champions, and they brought back to the 2004 Stanley Cup logo. Massive W because of that.
Yeah, I'm just a big fan of the blue because obviously, blue represents lightning and rain and all that stuff. Yeah, no, and this was pretty much their old jerseys besides black, and I'm honestly much happier they decided to go with blue instead of that original black. So, yeah, I definitely give it a W as well. It's going to look nice.
Yeah, Shawn, W or L?
Yeah, I want to say stuck in the middle on this one.
Mm.
The logo is all right, but I definitely like the blue.
Mm-hmm. All right, I guess we're going to go to our last team, one of your guys' favorite teams, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm gonna say this an L. Here's why. I like the logo that I like was the Matt Sundin era jerseys.
Hmm.
I understand why, but it ain't happening. The 1967 logos. And Leafs fans, I'm telling you this. You're not going to win the Stanley Cup this year. I'm telling you that. If you guys if you guys have the Matt Sundin era logos, that'll be even better. You guys aren't going to say 1967. Cross that off. We're going to win the cup with those jerseys. No.
I don't think no matter what jerseys, the Maple Leafs are only, as far as I'm concerned, only making. I don't even think they're making it past the first round, but that's a different topic for a different day. I think overall these jerseys okay. I'm stuck in the middle as well because I know Toronto is an original 16, they could have went back to the Matt Sundin era, or they could have pretty much improved on their 2014 Winter Classic look or their 2018 Heritage Classic look. They could have upgraded on one of those. I felt but instead they kind of went down a whole different path and kind of made honestly kind of expanded Maple Leaf for no reason. I feel like that Maple Leaf for whatever reason is way too big, and I feel like the Toronto's fine, but you probably should have put the Maple Leafs a little bit bigger. That's just me being picky, but overall I probably say this is an L.
Yeah. Shawn, W or L?
I would give this one a W.
All right. Next is the Metropolitan Division. And for those who have Instagram, follow the Powerskateshow on Instagram and Twitter, and we will say that on the outro.
Alex did it much easier than what I did. I spent 15 minutes trying to congest all the jerseys into one photo. Alex did smart doing it by each division, so.
Yeah. All right, let's start the Metro. I guess we all know who's the first team is. That's right, the Carolina Hurricanes. Bring back the Brass Bonanza!
Gotta do
The
it.
Hartford Whalers.
Yeah, we got the Whalers, boys. Brass Bonanza. All right, Shawn, W or L? I guess this is a no-brainer.
I'll give this one a W.
You got to give this one a W. This is my anthem. All right, I'm going to quit playing that before I get copyrighted. But, yeah, definitely a W. Bring back the Whalers.
Yeah.
They should do that in general. But, listen, that was a spectacular move by Carolina. They've already been using them as alternates. So, yeah, I mean, definitely just kind of improve on the alternates they've already had, and there you go. I think this is definitely a success, definitely a W. I wish they brought back the green, but I'm not going to be picky.
Yeah. All right, Columbus. This is a 50-50.
Yeah.
But like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, that the Blue Jackets were planning to use that inaugural logo as their alternates. You got that right.
Definitely right on that, yeah. But I don't know though. I think it's a W, but overall, I think this is way too red. I think I get kind of if they didn't have the obviously their old logo in the middle, I would probably say this is more of a Senators jersey if I'm being completely honest with you, or the Capitals, one of the two. But I would say a very hesitant W. I don't know, it's not awful, but I wish they did something more with their Cannon logo, kind of improve on the alternates they've had in years past. But that's just, again, me being picky. What do you think, Shawn?
I think this is a dub because I really like the logo.
Nice.
Yeah.
I respect that.
All right, New Jersey. Yeah, Merry Christmas to all my fellow New Jersey guys. That's a W.
It's a W, but it's a Christmas jersey.
Yeah, let me tell you why. All right, you want time out. All right.
Hey, it's before Thanksgiving. We ain't talking about Christmas before Thanksgiving.
All right. For New Jersey, your alternates have the white and the green and the red. Have this be their home jerseys the 2021-22 NHL season. And fun fact, that'll be my junior year in high school.
Yeah, I definitely think New Jersey. I'd be cool if they made this their regular jersey as well. I feel like the red jerseys with like the black outline. I feel like that's kind of meh after a while. Like it was good the first couple of years, like they upgrade them, but now it's kind of like a little bit like, all right, we've seen this before. I think it's time for some new designs, and this one definitely pops out, and really outside of the Wild, I really can't think of another team that like really uses green jerseys like all that often, right? So I think it would, or I guess Vancouver occasionally too, but I think this is definitely a W because they really went out of their way, and I felt like really incorporated the color they used to wear in their pants back in the 90s as their actual main jersey color. So I definitely like these.
Yeah. Shawn, W or L?
I think this is a W. I'm just surprised they used green in their alternate jersey.
Yeah, like I mentioned, green was the color they wore in their pants back in the 80s and 90s, so it kind of makes sense. Oh.
That's an L. That's an L. Do you know why?
This is the biggest loss of them all.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because you have the light blue jerseys as your home jerseys. You do not need another dark blue as their alternate. Do you know why this is an L? Because you got you're gonna have a Rick DiPietro era, and you're gonna have a terrible season this year.
This really wasn't original. It was just a darker blue.
Exactly.
This was pretty much their home jerseys from like 2014. Pretty much. I think they brought them back. I would have obviously. I was hoping they brought back the fishermen, but if they weren't going to bring back the fisherman jerseys,
that would be a massive W.
How about their other alternates when they had like the Islanders across their jersey or stuff like that?
Yeah, that was bad.
And this, all they did was just make the blue a little more darker, and then okay, we're set. No, Islanders, you messed this up. You had a prime opportunity, and like I said, I think this is the biggest sell out of all the jerseys because it really seems like the Islanders didn't even try.
Yeah, but don't worry, Islanders. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna make this up. Please proceed to the next team.
All right, this one much better. Much better.
The Liberty.
The New York Rangers. This was a big dub.
Start spreading the news. Frank Sinatra. All right. Anyway, this is a massive W. They did not mess that up.
No, they did not. And of course, for some of you I should be wearing it, but yeah, I actually have this jersey back when the Rangers actually wore this as their alternates back in the early 2000s. And listen, I actually like the actual Rangers logo, but they gotta make this their logo in their main jerseys.
They got to.
It's time. It is time they make this the actual Rangers logo.
Alexis Lafreniere is gonna look amazing with that jersey.
I'm telling you, yeah, Ranger fans are already buying Alexis Lafreniere, Antonio Panarin, Chris Kreider. They're already buying all their jerseys with they're already buying this jersey with their names on the back. That's 100%.
Well, I'm gonna buy a Lafreniere Canada jersey, so.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Shawn, W or L?
I think this was a W.
Thank you.
I mean, I was looking through like some Instagram polls and stuff, and like we were like rating like all like the retro reverse jerseys and stuff, and I think the most I've ever seen this jersey have like an L was like a 17% or something. So
I'm actually
really the fans love this jersey, which is awesome because I do as well.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna pull up the polls.
Oh yes, definitely do that.
All right.
But moving on to the Flyers.
Okay. Yes, you're bringing back the Justin Williams era.
Oh yeah, 2003 was it? I'm pretty sure.
And the Mike Richards era. Do I have to say W for this? But like, yes, like I see some leaks like past 8 years. that this is going to be like their alternate jersey. But I'm going to say W because they're keeping the same like front jersey that they're wearing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, I'm kind of leaning towards a W as well because, again, and not that it looks bad necessarily. It's kind of like the Lightning. I felt like they could have done more, but for what it is, it's still pretty good. Like, I'd accept wearing this as a jersey. Like, if I was to buy it, I'd be cool with it. Because, overall, it's pretty good. But, the orange, and I like how it has more black on the sleeves. I think that's a cool little upgrade. Yeah, really no complaints from me. I think these look decent.
Yeah, Shawn, W or L?
Yeah, I would say this is a W.
All right, so and also for Philadelphia, 47% of W and 53% of L.
Really?
So now
Most people disliked it?
Yeah, and for Pittsburgh, 56% of W, 44% of an L.
And this is an L. Why did I say?
Yeah, I would have to say it's an L.
Winter Classics. Bring back the Blue Winter Classics. They didn't do it. Listen, I know they're doing the Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr era. No. L.
Yeah, like they should at least have the penguin on the jersey.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
That's
cool.
Pittsburgh.
Now the opponents know they're playing.
Yeah. All right, next team.
All right, last one from the Metro.
Yes, we got the Screaming Eagle. Massive W. All of these rookie season jerseys.
These are flawless, man. Not only
these
bring
a
back the
W.
Flying Eagle with the regular red look, but you also have down the stream. Ah, that's great.
I'm buying that jersey.
I might too. I might have to replace my Ovechkin jersey. We'll see. What do you think, Shawn?
I would say this is a W.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this is just like New York. I mean, a Rangers, that is very tough to say this actually isn't a W. I mean, this one just really sticks out. And again, I think if they do go back to the Flying Eagle, look, then this is 100% going to be their actual jerseys. You can guarantee.
Yeah. 90% of them said W, 10% L. Whoever said L.
Shame on the 10% of you.
Whoever said L, the 10% of you, I guess you're all Penguins fans. All right, moving on.
For real, or Flyers, or Rangers.
Yeah, maybe. All right, moving on. Central Division, I think.
Yes. Yep, we got the Central.
All right. Okay. So this is actually their like their 2019 Winter Classic looks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I'm gonna say this is a W because like I said, like I've seen some leaks that they're actually gonna do this as their alternates like the past like 15 years.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I'm not really surprised they use these jerseys, but at the same time, I was hoping they were going to have. I liked how they kept the sleeves black. I just wish they kept the jersey red, like the regular homes, but have more like black sleeves and like black pants and stuff like that. That's what I was kind of hoping for. I don't know. What do you think, Shawn? I don't know. I think these are a W, but I felt like they could have done a little bit better.
I would say these are a W for the pattern.
Yeah. We got the Quebec Nordiques jersey. One thing, I'm going to say this an L. I know
why you're gonna say it. I guarantee I know why you're gonna say it.
All of you are gonna hate me by saying this, but I'll tell you one positive thing. They got the Nordiques logo. I'll give you that good thing. But why do you have the Saint, like the Saint sword knife on the bottom. Are you guys in Colorado or Quebec? You guys aren't in Quebec because that's the Quebec state flag. Are you guys supposed to have like if you guys put mountains, I would accept that. W without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna give it a W no matter what, because this is still a pretty sick jersey, and I do like how they're bringing back the Nordiques. But just like we mentioned last week, I 100% agree with you, Alex. You can't have the actual, Quebec symbols. It's like you really just knocked off the Nordiques jersey and just added them on and just splashed on Avalanche colors with them. This would be like if the Hurricanes in all red jersey with the Whalers logo, pretty much, is what this jersey would be, pretty much. Or like the Jets doing like all Thrashers colors, but with the Jets logo. I mean, it's a good-looking jersey, but again, I think if you added in the mountains like you had in your alternates last year, or the Winter or the Heritage Classic game you had a couple years ago, I think you really could have improved. I really think more people would have liked it, especially the Quebecians, because I'm sure they're not going to be happy with this one.
Yeah, I definitely have to give this a W. Just the mountains instead of the Saint.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, again, it's overall a very good jersey. It's just because that one little detail, I'm not going to give it an L. But again, I think if you replace it with mountains, you're really emphasizing that it's Colorado. So
all right. All right, Dallas, is the house rocking? L. The house ain't rocking.
I'm the only person in the entire universe who actually likes these. A bit too white, but really, what are the Stars gonna do? This was exactly what you'd expect them to do. Kind of bring back the Mike Modano era while trying to blend it in with their current colors.
Yeah, and the Brett Hall to skate in the crease jersey.
Oh, yeah, true. Yep, 99 Cup Finals.
Yeah, I have to give this an L.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it's bland.
But don't worry. We got the subway missile in North
Carolina. You stole my line. Dang you.
I have to give this one a W.
Yeah.
L. Too much like Subway, man. And also, the North Star. I saw a meme about that. I had to say that. But in reality, they did a nice job trying to incorporate the North Star's look to it. I give them credit, but overall, I don't know. I just don't like it. I felt like Wild Honesty Show went back to their old red jerseys, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. They look all right.
Yeah.
I think an L, though.
Nashville. Yeah, they even pulled off the Wade Belak era. Yeah, you guys remember Wade Belak? Yeah. The dude who fought Donald Brashear. L.
Can't say the name sounds familiar at the moment. And yeah, I would say this is. I'm kind of on the border. I'd say this is a W because there's really nothing much I could work with. Although I do wish they brought back their old dark navy blue retros from your way early 2010s. Those would have been good. What do you think, Shawn?
I'm kind of stuck on the border for this one. I'm not sure because there could be maybe the whole saber-toothed tiger doesn't have to be all white. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one's a tough one.
Next, I actually do have that jersey. Hold on.
Oh, and he's wearing a Tom Olsen jersey. The heck? He wears a player with cheap shots.
I'm not too sure about this one.
Yeah, exactly.
About this one? I like this one, honestly.
All right. Actually, my Blues jersey is in the wash.
Nice, real nice. All right.
I'm gonna say this in L because what's the red all about? It's the Blues. Will it be safe if you wear yellow, red, and blue.
I mean, yeah, I would have to give this an L too because, like, when did the Blues ever wear red jerseys?
They were trying to, I think, go back to their like '90s trumpet look that they didn't even remember. They didn't even wear those jerseys in the game, but I think that's what they were trying to do for here. I like them personally. I think it's nice because pretty much every single Blues jersey in history has either been blue or yellow. So I like the fact that they're incorporating red a little bit, along with still a little bit more yellow and blue. You know, it's not great, but by any means, it's definitely not the best one. But overall, I would say a W. It looks decent. I think.
Yeah. Winnipeg!
I like it. I'll give it a W here.
I'm gonna say this an L because, like you see, like Winnipeg hasn't worn like silver. Like, how about wear like red? Like it can be like blue on the shoulder pads, white, and then red. Because you have red on your main logo. Not saying that they're wearing, but like you have like the red Canadian leaf. How about you support Canada? True North.
Yeah, well, I think they're trying to go with like the darker blue, and I think they just turned into pretty much gray or black. But they also wanted to throw in the old logo, which I definitely respect as well. I don't know. I mean, again, I think in my opinion, it's just like the Blues. It's not the best one out there, but overall, I would ultimately say a W. Again, nice little color scheme along with a nice retro jersey from the Swanky and Hellhouse era. So can't complain.
All right, last division of the night, Pacific.
And Isaac's comment on here is pretty funny. He thinks the Lakers and the Kings have the exact same jerseys. I don't think Isaac knew that the Kings were wearing the yellows and blacks back in the 70s and 80s. But
let's start with Anaheim.
W. Let's go. These are great. I love when they wore these back in the day, back in the late 90s with the jumping out goalie. I think these are great. Definitely a W.
All right.
You think it's a W too, Shawn?
Yeah, I'll definitely give him a W here.
Nice.
I know you guys are going to give me hate. An L. Because you have the flying cartoon just like yelling yippee in that jersey. Like, how about put like the regular, like the Mighty Ducks logo, or put the word Mighty Ducks, or have it like have the jersey that they wore in the movie. Wouldn't that be simple?
Listen, they didn't want to listen. Those Ducks jerseys that they had when they first came out, like the actual Mighty Ducks jerseys, those are once in a lifetime things, all right? I really don't think they want to bring those back because those were just so iconic in itself. They just simply put, don't even want to mess around with them. They tried to, do a little bit more rebranding with them last year with the more teal look instead of the purple. But, those look decent, but overall they still look nothing like the OGs, right? So I like the fact that they brought back this one with the jumping out goaltender. I think that's sick. I've always liked that look.
Yeah. Arizona, thank you so much.
Ooh, I have to give this one an L. It's just
Really?
Well, again, I'm gonna say this is W. One thing to Kachina. That's it.
Yeah, they got the hurt. Yeah, but I like the fact that they also threw in the desert on the bottom of the jersey. I like how they fit in the cactus, the moon.
I like the
background. It's very creative for what they did. Especially for Arizona, pretty much only had 2 jerseys. They have to go back to their old ones from the 90s. Yeah, I got no complaints with this one.
Yeah. Next. Massive W. No, we don't need to explain W.
I wish they did the 2015 alternates, not going to lie. Those were good. These are better, but those were also good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely can't complain with the horse. That's a nice jersey from the early 2000s. Do you agree?
Yeah, I'd agree. I would give this one a W.
Yeah.
All right, you got Edmonton. I'm gonna say this a W because one thing, they're honoring the what's that old league, the World Hockey Association. Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is an L. I mean, this pretty much just looks like an above-average away jersey, if you want my personal opinion. You could have definitely gone back to like the early 90s when you had the light blue Oilers jerseys. But then at the same time, we kind of be copying the Islanders by doing like little upgrades. Again, here's what I would have done. I would have brought back the oil drop, that jersey from the early 2000s. I think those look pretty sick. I would have brought back those from the Al Shemsky era. And, also, I would have honestly made maybe even improve on their already orange jerseys, I think those jerseys look pretty good. Maybe do upgrades to those. But this, to me, just looks like a regular away jersey. So that's your reason why I'm giving it no.
Yeah. All right. Edmonton next. I think LA.
Yes. Dubs. Easy dubs. We might be able to win the cup with one of these.
They decided to go purple and yellow. I'll give them a dub for this, though.
I mean, they're pretty much just going full 70s and 80s. Look here. I mean, they are definitely, from the OG Kings fans, this is nostalgia for them. 100%.
Yeah. First nostalgia logo.
Yeah.
Powerskateshow history.
Man, overall, it looks very clean. I like how they went with the overall purple instead of the yellow. So, yeah. Pretty good.
San Jose. I'll say it's a W.
I'm going to say it's a W.
I'll give this a W.
Yeah, I think it's the W too, but I really wish they added more blue. Silver's not horrible, but I feel like you could have added the blue and have silver on your shoulders and down your arms. That's what I was thinking. You know what else I would have done? And I know they're bringing back the Sharks look from the year 2000, but why not have a fin as an actual centerpiece logo? You guys with me on that? Maybe?
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I was throwing out ideas.
Two
All right,
more.
we got two left. Vancouver.
Yes. You're actually bringing back the that fade, Trevor Linden, and that Todd Bertuzzi punch era. I'm gonna say this is L, but like if you're just looking for like a specific type of logo, I think that you should keep that skate jersey. From that Papa Burry 94 Stanley Cup era.
Man. I mean, listen, those jerseys are good, but they already wear those as alternates occasionally. I like what they did. Made the top of the jersey blue and the bottom of the jersey green. I think that's so much cooler look, honestly.
Yeah. I'll give them a dub for the pattern.
Yeah. All right, one more. We got Vegas. I'm going to say this is a W because it actually looks good with that secondary logo with that red jersey.
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic secondary logo for the Knights. And, yeah, definitely. I think the red looks good. I mean, obviously there's little to no red at all with the Knights overall. But, it definitely makes sense. I'm kind of thinking more towards the dark side here, but I'm thinking they choose red for blood and all that stuff. Who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong on that. But at the same time, they really do look decent and a nice, little 3-color banner on the bottom. I really can't complain. Yeah, of course, this one was one of those leaked images as well, where we kind of knew ahead of time what was going to happen.
Yeah. All right, I guess that's going to wrap up for our reactions, which that's a good start. let's start with rumors. Hurricanes will sign Dougie Hamilton to an $8 million per season FTS and another great season. I would actually agree with that because if he's going to act like he's a top two, almost a North level trophy defenseman, then yes, I think he will live up to that contract.
Yeah, I think he will.
I think he'll definitely live up to that contract. It just depends how long they're going to pay him $8 to $9 million for. Would it be for like 6 years, 7 years?
I can't picture for like 4 or 5 years.
That would definitely be a well-rounded contract for Dougie Hamilton.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you guys on this. I think a 4 or 5 year deal worth about this amount. I think that's pretty good because by the time this contract would expire, if they re-sign next offseason, the contract would expire in his mid-30s, and maybe that's time to move on from him. Who knows? Maybe he's still producing at a decent rate. But, yeah, no, definitely would agree with you guys on that one. Dougie Hamilton is a great defenseman. And, yeah, he's probably going to stay in Carolina for the long haul. Won't be sure.
Yeah. All right. Next topic. The Daniel Chara rumored sign back with the Islanders.
Yeah, man, I was shocked by first. I've only saw one report of this, so I'm not sure how true it actually is. But I did see a couple days ago there was a rumor floating around saying Daniel Chara could head back to Long Island. Of course, Chara also played on the Senators before joining the Bruins. Overall, the Islanders could use him, but I just
Chara has expressed interest to play with the Bruins. But you gotta think too, why haven't the Bruins signed him? They lost their depth on lefty defensemen with the departure of Torrey Krug to the St. Louis Blues. So their best lefty defender right now is, if I'm not mistaken,
it could be Grizzly.
Grizzly. Definitely. Yep, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, and you almost have to bring back Chara, because you're right. I mean, listen, I think Matt Grzelcyk is a fantastic, offensive defenseman, right? But the problem is he can't be on the first line. I don't know if he's ready for the first line just yet, defensive sparingly. I don't know.
Then you have 23-year-old Jeremy Lauzon on the second line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a big push for him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm about to say, even if they re-sign Sharp, he'd probably be playing on the third pairing defense anyway because of his age.
Yeah.
Certainly interesting, but honestly, yeah, he's staying with the Bruins. I don't think he's going to the Islanders.
Yeah. All right, so speaking of Boston, so Shawn, we will let you go over with the Bruins salary cap for next season. So I'm going to share my screen according to Cap Friendly, just for you to have like a view. All right, so this is kind of an interesting team. So DeBrusk still needs to sign. Well, you have important players from next year. We got David Krejci, Andre Kasha, Nick Ritchie, Paralyn Holm, Greg McKegg, and Tom Blid. And on your back end, you only have John Moore and Rask and Halak as their goaltending. So Shawn, take it away.
Yeah. The website I used, though, for when I was looking over the salary cap, I used Spot Track.
Okay.
Spot Track. So right now, the Bruins currently have total allocated cap $73 million out of $81.5 million for the max. So they only really have $6.3 million to work with. Assuming they re-sign Chara would probably be looking for at least $1 million. They've allocated at least $14 million to injured reserve because David Pasternak's dealing with a hip injury this offseason. Hopefully he comes back just in time for the start. And you got Brad Marchand with a hernia. Kevin Miller got re-signed. He should be coming back from his knee injury.
Yeah.
They have Par Lindholm. They have Connor Clifton for $1 million. Then Sean Corrali, who's coming back. Chris Wagner, Anders Bjork, who's might be looking at an extension soon. Ondrej Kase for $2 million to shed the David Backes contract.
Yeah.
John Moore, and then Brandon Carlo, a young defenseman from the right, for $3.5 million.
Yeah.
And they signed Craig Smith. That was their big signing.
Right.
Yeah.
David Krejci is the one that's basically holding them back on the cap. He's still producing, but they can't trade him. Bergeron get traded, but only to a limited amount of teams. That's with Charlie Coyle.
Yeah, and for the defense, like the defense has now been an interesting story because, like, Charlie McAvoy and Brendan Carlo right now is your top two defensemen. Matt Grizzlick, John Moore, Connor Clifton, and Jeremy Lauzon are like your move rounds. But I want to look at in Providence. Providence has the best defense in the whole league. Because Urho Vakanainen is your only like top defenseman in the AHL and in Providence. We see Urho Vakanainen play for Boston next season.
I could certainly see that. Yeah,
because is he a left defenseman?
Yeah, left defenseman. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely hit the scene this year. Then they got Dan Vladar, who did make a debut in not the best way possible, but debut in. Yeah, but he was a top goalie in the AHL, in the minor leagues. He was one of the top goalies of that respective league.
Yeah.
Carson Coolbed's definitely getting more of a starting.
Carson Coleman is showing progress at least for Boston. Like, yes, he played in the minors like half of the season, like before the league got paused. Like, at least he's showing some progression. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Shawn, for sharing about the Boston Bruins. Rumors think that at least there will be a 35-game regular season. So 35 is the minimum for this upcoming regular season. And the latest proposal is 60-game regular season lasting 4 to 4.5 months for the 2020-21 season. So if you're looking for a 60-game season, each team might have 10 back-to-back games. And like, if you're looking at January, you're actually picturing the 2013 NHL season. So right. Do you think we may see a 60-game season or a 48-game season?
I would imagine 48. I think with 60, how would you really do like a 60-game schedule with the Eastern and Western Conference? I don't think that would work. I think they go 48 and just play strictly divisions or strictly conferences.
Yeah, conferences. Yeah.
Yeah, 60 games because I think they want to set it up so they're back on track to the way a season normally runs, from like October to June.
Yeah. All right. Next topic.
Get back on that track.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I apologize for interrupting, but let's talk about Roman Dick Manheck. Anik.
Oh no.
His name.
Oh no.
2001
Oh, no.
Vezina Trophy finalist. He is facing 10 years in prison for fraud.
Real estate fraud.
Real estate fraud.
Man, listen. This man made how much money in the NHL? Why is he trying to rip people off now? This makes no sense. This drives me nuts about former athletes. Guy's a goofball.
Yeah,
Yeah, why would he do that? It's so stupid too.
Yeah. All right, so let's go back to this week's nostalgia.
Oh, yeah. We were so limited, man, because, again, the hockey news, we are deep into the offseason now, and the news is running dry, but we're still rolling with weekly nostalgia. This week, it is center Michael Haley, former New York Rangers, signing a one-year, $900,000 deal with the Senators. He's either going to the AHL or he'll be their fourth liner. Who knows what's going to happen with this guy? He's this week's nostalgia, pretty much because I remember being on the fourth line with the Rangers a few times. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Fun memories of him. Last year, he played 22 games with the Rangers, tallied a singular goal, and that was his lone point. A lone goal. And, yeah, I was looking up his stats at the top of the broadcast. I got the majority. I'm pretty sure he had a minus 5 rating. The man's not good, but we're keeping the train rolling with the nostalgia player every week. So this week is just lucky for Michael Haley, because this was any other week when we actually had, more news and stuff. We wouldn't even mention his name. But shout out to Michael Haley. He gets a free shout out from us, nostalgia player of the week.
Yeah. All right. Buffalo Sabres 8th overall draft pick Jack Quinn signs a rookie deal. For those who have watched our draft reaction, we were surprised that Jack Quinn got drafted over Marco Rossi, and Marco Rossi won the OHL MVP because this dude had 129 points for 81 assists and plus 70 rating as a forward.
It was a monster.
Yeah, well, and Jack Quinn scored 65 goals. And fun fact, 65 goals was Alex Ovechkin's best goal season for 2007-08 season.
Yeah, but, obviously Jack Quinn, he'll probably get some NHL time during this rookie deal, I would imagine. Probably near 3. I'd imagine Buffalo will call him up. And I honestly think he's got a pretty good future. I do think ultimately Marco Rossi will probably have a better NHL career than Jack Quinn, but I overall think Quinn's future is still pretty good. Ceiling's very high right now. Definitely a lot of room to work with here. Maybe pair him up with Eichel in the future. And who knows if Taylor Hall stays long term, right? But I think overall, smart. It was a good draft pick. He's definitely going to be decent, but again, I think we agree that they should definitely went after Marco Rossi instead. Still, Jack Quinn not terrible.
Yeah. All right. Final topic of this week. Penguins head coach Mike Sullivan has confirmed that Kasperi Kapanen will play on the same line as Sidney Crosby. You have Jake Gensel, and Danny Malkin, and Sidney Crosby as your top line. Kasperi Kapanen is like your middle of the line and Klepka. Second line or third line?
This is dumb. Unless they're demoting Crosby to the second line. I mean, that's what they might be doing. But overall, Kasperi Kapanen should not, with capital letters, not be playing first line minutes. And really, for the Penguins, who is pretty much in their last shot at pretty much winning a cup in the Crosby Malkin era, it feels like they are just. I'm not saying that they're not rebuilding. They're obviously still a playoff team, but it just seems like this is a team where it's like, we're making the playoffs and that's good enough. We aren't going to make it anywhere out of the first round. That's what they're pretty much saying to me after, announcing this, and also for Mike Sullivan, very bold to announce this as well, because I honestly do think this is the make or break year for Mike Sullivan. I really do think he could get fired if Pittsburgh struggling midway through the year. I wouldn't be shocked, at least until the end of next year, if they miss the playoffs entirely. And I think just putting Barry Captain on the same line with Crosby, again, unless you're really demoting Crosby down to the second or third line, I don't know if I like it. I think I would put Kapanen on the line with Byron Rust, Brendan Rust, excuse me, and I don't know, like maybe Nick Bukestad. Is he still on the Penguins? Nick Bukestad? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still on there too.
No, Bukestad has been traded to Minnesota.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. That's my fault. Yep. But I definitely put him out line with Brendan Rust. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, like Kapanen is like your middle of the line type player. He's a top 9 forward. He's gonna average like 30 points a year, and like he's not gonna do good in the top line. Like the only thing that he's gonna be a top line is that if he's gonna play 5 games on the top line. If your star player is injured, like let's say if Gensel gets injured, you have Rust like on the second left wing and can jump up, and then Kapanen can play on the second line. All right, Grant. I think Grant's looking for a girlfriend, maybe.
Yeah, best stuff to do. All right. Well, listen. It was a good week, and guess what? We can end it off with some trivia.
All right. I'm going to start first, and if you guys get this wrong, people are going to make memes off of you, Grant. All right.
Oh, gee. The pressure's really on now.
All right. So, Boston, in the 2018-19 season, after the 3-game losing streak in overtime, so Brad Marchand, which MMA, is that the right sport? Yeah, MMA fighter, did he make that celebration in overtime?
I'll let Shawn guess first if he wants to, but I know the answer.
Do that again. You can say that again.
It was when Brad Marchand scored an overtime goal against the Blue Jackets a couple years ago. What goal celebration did he base off a former MMA fighter? And that's his little celebration.
Yeah. What's the answer?
I really don't know this one.
Oh, I think I know. It's Conor McGregor, right?
Yes!
Yeah, I thought so.
Yes, thank you. All right, Grant.
That one was pretty tough. You pretty much had to see that clip to have any chance of getting that right.
Yeah. All right, Grant. Do you have a trivia question for us?
Yes, I do. In fact, Michael Haley, you know the drill. If we talk about a player on Power Skate, we stick with him for the trivia, or at least that's why I do. Michael Haley, how many career points does he have in 270 career games?
It has to be below 100. It's below 100.
Maybe it is, maybe it ain't.
I'd say 11. I would say 1100.
I'm going to say
11, all right.
I'm going to say 43 points.
You were both wrong, but Alex was more right, I guess. 32 career points in 270 career games. 11 goals, 21 assists.
Yeah.
Minus 28 rating, by the way. We gotta throw that out there. It's Alex in his high school team.
Good points, mine.
All right, Shawn, you want to come?
Shawn, you're muted.
Wait, what? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the first person to win the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy?
Wow.
Trophy that had the most scorers, most goals.
You mean who has the most, or if
No, like
it's the most,
who
it's
won it
not-
first?
Oh, first? Okay. Oh god.
I'm gonna say Pavel Bure.
I'm gonna say Maurice Richard. Trick question.
It's gotta be Pavel Bure.
It's probably Pavel Bure. I don't know.
It was Teemu Selänne.
Oh, Solani. That makes sense. We were thinking the same. Well, you were thinking the same era with Bure, Solani, early '90s. You were close.
Bure won it the next year.
Ooh, that's good to know. All right.
Yeah.
Ovechkin has the most.
Yeah.
And he tied with Pastrnak recently.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna wrap up for season 2, episode 6 of the Powerskateshow podcast. And we would like to thank Shawn for coming in. And Shawn, would you like to add anything before we wrap it up?
Yep. Definitely. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, thank you.
This was really good.
Yeah, nice. Definitely love to have you back on. This was great.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you really enjoyed this podcast, please hit the like button. That greatly appreciates a lot to us. That's gonna make us do more podcast videos in the near future. Please check out our social media: Instagram, Twitter. TikTok might be away very soon, but yeah, you guys know the drill for Instagram and Twitter at Powerskateshow for daily sports news. And check out Grant on Instagram. Love the Sports Zone for daily sports news. And tell all your friends. Buy the Let's Play the Brass Bonanza. Yeah, tell our yeah.
I get copyrighted. All right.
Grant, would you like to do your outro?
Sure. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed another edition of the Powerskateshow. I'm Grant Love from Pleasure Sports. That was a lot of fun. Definitely awesome having Shawn on the show, and we'll definitely check you next week. Again, the hockey news is really not a whole lot's going on now. Because, Michael Haley made an appearance, which is something I would have never assumed, but that's all right. We'll keep on plugging through throughout the offseason. I'm sure we're going to come out with some stuff a couple weeks from now. And don't worry. We'll make sure we can still go about roughly an hour or so.
Yeah.
Definitely stay tuned. Again, we're coming back every Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And, thanks for tuning in. I'm Grant Fluff from Pleasure Sports Zone, along with Alex Nelson from the TMP Sportsnet, along with Shawn Gilman saying, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next week. Alex, sit down. That is... All right, everyone. Have a good week. All right. Yeah, enjoy your weekend. Go enjoy. Do whatever. Make sure you go follow Powerskateshow on Instagram, Twitter. You know the drill for any of your hockey news. We'll see you next week.